Hello, welcome to Create Pretty Things. My name is Debbie. Welcome on this happy little Friday night. Tonight we're going to be doing a kit. So this should be quick and easy. This is called our Chalk Made Trick or Treat Thorn Kit. And this is what we're going to be making. So the surface is kind of unique. It's not like anything I've ever used before. It is a cork, a piece of cork, a circular cork board. Take it out. Wow, look at this, it's great. Isn't that nice? So with this, you get the cork background, the surface. You get a sheet of directions, so it tells you exactly what to do. You get the equipment to hang your cork board. So you would attach these to the back and you could hang it on the wall. You also get some little bats. Let me see what these are made out of. Oh, these are like a chalkboard surface. So these are, they don't move, they're not flexible. They're like our chalkboard surfaces. They're black bats. You get 4 of those. And then you also get your paste packet. They give you 2 paste packets. One of them is black and one of them is glow in the dark. So here's your individual paste packets. You also get a mini squeegee and 2 color trays to put your paste in. So I'm going to go ahead and unwrap my squeegee. I'm so excited I get to use a new squeegee. You can use your squeegees over and over again, guys. Sometimes I cut them in half to make them smaller. Sometimes I use several at once if I'm doing a bunch of different colors and I don't feel like washing them. So you can never have too many squeegees, but all you really need is one. So this is our mini squeegee. Okay, now when you get the paste packs, you're going to go ahead and just kind of massage them a little bit. Make sure they're moving in there, kind of warm them up a little bit. And then I take and move the paste down away from the bottom of the packet because I'm going to cut a slit in here. Now this is enough paste in here to complete several projects. This one may take up all the black, I'm not sure, but we're probably not going to use all the glow in the dark. So what we're going to do is, what we don't use, obviously once it's out of the packet, you're not going to be able to stick it back in. But what we don't use, we are going to just roll up the end and tape it shut. So we don't want to squeeze too much out. Okay, and then let's talk about our transfers. We have, these are silkscreen reusable transfers. They're sticky on the back side so they stay in place while you're chalking. And all you have to do to get 8 to 12 uses out of them is to clean them properly, get all the paste out of the silk screen. When you're done, let them dry a little bit and put them away on their backers. Okay, so speaking of backers, I want to make sure I know which side of this backer to put it back on. So we're going to put it on the backer when we're done. And it does matter which side you put it on. So to make sure I know which side it's going to go on, I always mark the back of my backer sheet. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut these apart. It does come with little lines to cut on, so you can see they're not perforated or anything, but they do show you where to cut. And if you have a need to cut them somewhere else or closer or smaller, you can do that as well. Okay, so I'm going to put my bats aside and my glow in the dark aside. I'm going to get what's called my fuzzing towel. Now the fuzzing towel is just to reduce the stickiness of the transfer a little bit. So I didn't mention that these are sticky. Oh, and by the way, guys, the word of tonight to get the keyword to all the supplies is BAT, B-A-T. Type that into the comments and check your Facebook Messenger to get a link to all the products that I'm using tonight. And actually there's just one. It's just one kit. They made it very, very easy for us to shop on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and put my fuzzing towel down. And I am going to peel my transfer from the backer. I'm going to peel it. I'm going to save my backer. And I want to fuzz my transfer by placing it down on a piece of cloth and lifting it a couple times, maybe 3 or 4 times. And since I'm only doing half of this transfer at the moment, because that's all that'll fit on the cloth, I'm gonna do it like 4 times on this side and 4 times on the other side. What this does is it reduces some of the stickiness just a little bit so that it does stay in place, that it doesn't slip around on you. But it also, so that it doesn't hurt the transfer when you pull it up. So that's what fuzzing does. We are now fuzzed, and what we're gonna do is we are going to, see how this is sticky, guys? It's very sticky. We are just gonna center this somehow in the middle of this cork surface. And I am not the best at centering, but I think it looks pretty good. You want to rub it down. You want to make sure that you don't have any air bubbles in this silk screen, especially where the paste is going to go through. So this is what it looks like right now. And do you see wherever you can see the brown through the silk screen? That's where the paste is going to go through. Those are a bunch of little holes, and the paste is going to go through the silk screen and land on the bottom of this transfer. Okay, so this is called Shimmer Shadow. This is our, oh, it is a shimmer. So it is our shimmery version of our black paste. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this one out into my color tray because it's just easier. And I think I am going to use the entire paste packet on this project. So let's just see. Let's see how we do. Okay, so there should be enough in here to do the entire project. So let's get started. Here's my squeegee, and I am just gonna get some of this paste, and I am going to start applying it over my silk screen. I'm just gonna move it up and down till the transfer is covered with this paste. Now I have a bad habit of not getting the tops and the edges of this. So my tops and edges, I'm gonna work on and make sure I get complete coverage of those because I know how I am. I'm always missing an edge somewhere. This paste and these transfers and these projects don't need a lot of paste. You're just basically moving it over the screen just like you're buttering toast. As it goes on, it glides, and you're just gonna move it from one location to the next. So just gonna glide it, paste it, smooth it, move it along. Move it along this transfer. Where you have extra, you're gonna take it off and you're gonna move it to where you don't have any. I'm going over it pretty good because, like I said, I miss the bottoms all the time and the edges. And I want to make sure that I have my paste everywhere that the silk screen is. And you do want to peel this up while the paste is still wet. So don't wait. Don't let it dry. I think it looks like good, even coverage. And as you can tell, I did use almost all of my paste. I have a little tiny bit left. Put that aside, and now we're ready to peel. And as I peel, I'm gonna go slowly so that I can assess how my image looks. If I see a spot where the paste didn't go through, it's best to lay it down while it's still in position somewhere. So I'm just gonna peel it off. Wow, guys, it looks great. Let me show you. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look how quick that was. I'm gonna set it aside and I'm gonna go ahead and start the process of cleaning this right now. And I have a runny nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this down with some just regular tap water. That's all you need to clean these. Regular tap water. The sooner you get these wet, the easier it's gonna be to get that paste off. And this is what I was talking about cleaning these, taking good care of them so that you can get 8 to 12 uses out of this. Now this is a shimmer paste. Can you see on here kind of how that's gleaming? It's not really glitter. It is a shimmer. And the shimmer is a little bit harder to clean than our regular, but I think this is gonna clean up just fine. So I'm probably gonna go over it one more time with the paper towel. I just kind of do that before I use the board eraser because the board eraser will get kind of dirty from it, super dirty. And so I'm just trying to make my board eraser look a little pretty for a while, I guess. So you can see how much I got off on the second pass on that. Now I'm going to take what's called my board eraser. I have it sitting in a water bath over here. So this is what our board eraser is. It's just like a magic eraser sponge, but there's no chemicals in it, so it won't harm the adhesive on the back of this transfer. Now when I go over this, I tend to go over it a couple different directions just to get in all the corners of this. And the best thing to do is really to take it back to your sink to run it under some cool tap water and kind of rub all that out. But I'm doing it in front of you guys so that you know how to do this. So it did go through to my surface below, which is fine. But I wanted to kind of clean it up a little bit. And now I am going to clean the sticky side of my transfer. So this was the other side. I'm going to lay it down, and this side is not as dirty. We didn't apply any paste to it, but it did go through. And during the cleaning process, it did kind of spread a little bit. So I'm going to go over this and just kind of get some of the dirty water off. And then I'm going to get my board eraser. And you don't really want to scrub this side very hard. You just want to get all that paste out of the silk screen. If you have any fuzz from your fuzzing cloth, you want to remove that. And I do see a little piece where I picked up some probably glitter from my mat right there. Okay, so this side looks really, really clean. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it with a paper towel to dry it and get that water out of there. And I am going to, let me go over the top one more time. Just to make sure. I know I'm going to want to use this over and over again, so I am going to make sure that it's clean and usable for next time. So I'm wiping it off. Just kind of drying right now. I want to make sure that this back side is dry as well because I just applied more moisture to it. And then I'm going to get my transfer backer that I took off. And remember, I put the X on it so I know which side to go on. So I am just going to line it up with my transfer. And I'm going to apply it. Make sure it's stuck pretty good. Make sure it's got a good connection to the back. The backer, and I do that just by rubbing it on. Then this is going to go back in the cellophane wrapper that it came in, and this is good to go. Do you notice how there's not any paste in that silk screen? If it has discoloration on the green part, it's okay, but make sure that your silk screen is clean. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do our little bats. I'm going to take my heat tool to this just for a second, just to start it drying. Oh, it's so glittery. Not glittery, but I can see it reflecting the light. Pretty. I love this, guys. I don't know if you guys can see how it reflects the light. I can't see it in the camera, but it is. Okay, so I'm going to lay out my little bats, and there should be a transfer for each of these. This one, this one. Let me see, this one, Maybe this one. Okay, let's see if this works. So all you're going to do is apply it to the surface, and you can see through these. So it's really easy to line these up. This one looks a little bigger. Let's make sure that that's really the transfer. And my nose is running a little bit, guys. Okay, so let's see. That one looks a little bigger. But this one matches. It's a little big too, but it does match the shape of the wings and the body. I'm actually going to flip this over. Okay, so I can tell from the back that it is the right application for it. Let's take this one and apply it. Flip it over and take a look. Whoops. Yeah, check this one. Yep. Okay, one more. Now this is gonna have the glow in the dark paste on it, guys. So the glow in the dark paste, just like any other glow in the dark features, if you charge it up under the light and then shut your lights off, it should hold the glow. Whoops. It should hold the glow, and it should cast off a greenish color, greenish yellow. Okay, so I'm gonna get another squeegee, and this time I'm gonna go ahead and just squeeze it directly onto my squeegee because I know I'm gonna have some left over. So I cut off the bottom corner because when I fold it up, I'm gonna fold it and then I can still see what color this is. So here we go. Squeeze some from the bottom and look at it, it's just white. It kind of looks like glue, maybe like Elmer's glue. I'm just gonna chalk this on here, just apply it, just like anything else. Just cover it. And there are not any details in these bats, guys. So you're just basically applying a layer of chalk paste, glow in the dark chalk paste over the surface. So this kit gives everything to you that you want for this. So there's nothing extra to buy. There's no thinking. You just go ahead and apply the paste. It's got all the surfaces and the paste and the squeegee and the hanging hardware included. Okay, so I am going to press, kind of move my paste down, which I'm kind of messy right here. Let's see. I'm going to move this paste down towards the bottom, away from the opening. I'm going to fold it up, and then I'll put a piece of tape here. And next time I'll know that this is the glow in the dark because it still has the top on it. And actually, after I tape these, I also put them in a Ziploc baggie so that they're airtight. Okay, let's take this off while it's still wet. Wow. Here's bat number 1. Hello, Jenny. Hello, hello. And here is bat number 2. They're going to glow in the dark once they're charged up. They'll have to dry a little bit too. Here's bat number 3. Hi, Jenna. Love you. And bat number 4. So I'm going to dry these up just a little bit. How are you guys? You guys having a, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the stars. That's so nice of you. And the hearts and Phil's on. Oh my gosh. This is my lucky day. Yeah, Halloween, yeah. Hey, I was gonna ask you guys, was it really busy? Did you guys notice that on Fridays, it gets really busy really early, like everybody takes off work early or doesn't work and is out and about? Have you guys ever noticed that traffic is really, really bad on Fridays? I was just gonna kind of see if anybody else has it occur in their town. We went out a little bit today and it was just so crazy to drive. We actually went out to lunch and it was an early lunch, but nobody ever came and gave us water or anything, so we got up and left. Isn't that sad? I hope you guys are having a better time. Yeah, no one works in Gilbert. And if they do, they're out running around. Out running around, getting started on that weekend really early. Okay, I'm just cleaning up these bats real quick. I'm gonna flip them over and do the back side as well. Just get that paste out of the silk screen, and then whoops, and then I'll show you guys what we're gonna do next. So this is just kind of a wall decor piece you can put on your door. It's just really gonna be a nice little start to Halloween. It's thorny. It's actually called thorny bats or something. So, okay, I've got these cleaned and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply them to their backer. Get them ready to put away. They probably need to dry a little bit. I'll just get them ready because I want to apply the hangers, not the hangers. I just want to go ahead and put the bats on. So we're gonna need to dry them up a little bit. Okay, so they come with some thumbtacks that you're supposed to use for this. Let me dry them. I don't want to mess them up. So there is a bag of hardware. There's some little sticky pieces in here. There's some hangers to hang them on. And we're just going to go ahead and see how this works. So this is our hardware bag. Has 4 screws and 2 hangers, and it says something about measuring. So I'm going to measure later because this is how you're going to hang your sign. But there's also 4 thumbtacks and 4 little sticky tags. So what you're going to do is you're going to peel off your sticky tags, apply it to the top of a thumbtack. Take the thumbtack out. Peel off the back of the sticky, woo, if you can. And then you're going to, I'm going to turn my glue gun just in case this doesn't work. Doesn't seem like this wants to come off the back. Well, anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to apply them to the back of the bat. Let me see if I can get one of these other ones to work. And then you are just going to place them into your corkboard and they're going to stay. Yeah, I love Halloween stuff. You guys know I love to decorate for Halloween. I love it. Okay, guys, so that's not going to work. It's just not going to come off the paper. So I am just going to put a cute little bat up here at the top. I'm going to place my thumbtack into the corkboard, and we're going to put that on there with glue for just a second. Put this one here. Here. And a thumbtack right here. Wish I could get these to work, but they're just not. Okay, so let's see if my glue gun is ready. No, it's not. So anyway, let me see if I can get one of these to work. I really wanted these to work for you guys. Peel it off. They just don't work. Are you guys still really, really, really hot over there in Phoenix? Okay, there's one that just stuck. It's not hot enough. Okay, so guys, I'm just gonna hold this in place so that you guys can kind of see for right now. Try to hold it so I don't mess up the glow-in-the-dark paste. But here's how it's gonna look, guys, with the bats, and they're gonna glow in the dark. Aren't they cute? I don't know if I should turn off the light and see. I've got so many lights on though, guys. I'll take a picture and I'll post it, but this is what it's gonna look like. So if you guys are interested, type in BAT. You will get the link to the materials and you can order one. They're quick, easy, lots of fun to do. I'll get these glued on with the glue gun when it heats up, and I'll post a picture of the finished project. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back on tomorrow. Bye guys, thank you, have a fun night.